What up? It's your boy Chris Lee, and this is another episode of Blurred Talk. Bro, I know I've been missing for a while, but had some personal family issues. Lost my father-in-law, so got him here with me. So that's part of the reason why I have not been making many videos. But it's one of the realest dudes you'll meet in life. So I'll just put that out there. Rest in peace to Rob. But with that, with explaining that, I'm jumping back into my content. So you will see more videos from me to come. Now, we just had Disney D23, just it's still going on right now. So I think Sunday's the day's the last day. So far, we're gonna talk about the announcements. Now, I'm not gonna go into a deep dive just yet. I'll make a video later on. I'm just gonna kind of put down the films I'm excited to see, and what directions that I hope they may go in, or how I do. I give if I was to direct this movie, this is what direction I may put it in as a fan, and what I would like to see as a fan. So we're going to start out with Frozen 3. Frozen 3, my little girl, she watched the first Frozen, the second Frozen. She was really big into Elsa, and we went to Disney on Ice to see Elsa and all that. Like, now she's too cool for school, so can't tell her nothing. But I think that's a good trilogy to have. Disney over time have been doing a lot of rinse and repeat, doing the same thing, retelling the same stories. Frozen is a new character, one of the newest creations of Disney, which I think is pretty cool, along with Moana and all the other new IPs that they do have. I think that's pretty cool. Frozen 3 is pretty cool. I mean, I know my little girl, she's 10. She's gonna try to act too cool, but she's gonna love to see it. And I think it's got a good direction. They got a big bad, somebody who they gonna be her and her sister gonna be going up against. So that's gonna be pretty cool to kind of see that happen. They always had a lot of adventures in their films, for me and my little girl and the family we watched. So that's been pretty cool to see. So if you're a Frozen fan, they have not disappointed. The second one, the storyline on the second one was really good. Like, it was really, I mean, they be cooking, man. Like, them animations be cooking. Like, a lot of times we look over it because we're grown and we don't watch cartoons or animations. But me, trust me, I'm a big kid at heart. I'll watch it. I still rewatch Lion King. Hell, I still rewatch Goofy movie. You know what I mean? So that's just me. But the storyline was good there, so I know they're gonna come up with a good storyline for the third one. So that's be pretty cool to see. Second, they're gonna come up with another Lilo and Stitch. Now, I'll be honest with you, I grew up on Lilo and Stitch. I've never seen the live movies. I didn't really care to see the live movies. Not saying there's nothing wrong with them, but none of my kids are into Lilo and Stitch like that. So really wouldn't be much reason for me to dive into it. I mean, I think I've seen enough growing up. But they got a second one with Angel, and I do know a little bit about Angel. Angel is one of the characters off that cartoon. And I can't remember what Angel's powers was. I can't really remember, so I don't want to sound like a dummy, but I want to say they can turn people into something. Whatever, I can't remember. But Angel has some pretty cool powers. I do know that. So that's gonna be pretty cool if you're into Lilo and Stitch there as well. And the animation, or the CGI of how they did Stitch was pretty cool. Like, I mean, this is the era to remake those movies, especially with that type of design. It works out. So if you're into that, Lilo and Stitch 2 is coming soon. And then thirdly, we got Incredibles. Now listen, I love Incredibles. Incredibles is one of my favorite Pixar's properties, man. I put Incredibles above any of the Toy Stories, any day, Monday through Sunday. You feel me? Like, it's Incredibles. Incredibles kind of really have that 60s heroes vibe, and I love it, man. All the characters, the power sets you've seen it a dozen times before, but not in a family dynamic like how they did in Incredibles. And it really kind of gave Incredibles more like a grounded, I'm a family man, I'm a mom, I gotta make sandwiches for breakfast for school in the morning, but I gotta save the world tonight. Like, it really gave you a really cool balance between these two. And the second one was about Elastigirl, which is really good. Like, I mean, it really gave her her flowers. And that's what I love about the film is like the movies with them. They don't stick to the tried and true, you know, male hero or whatever, and the wife is the background noise. Like they give everybody their platform to shine. Even Frozone had a little bit of on screen, you know, time in the second one when he kind of like cooked a little bit. Personally, I'll be honest with you, and it's not a black or white thing, but I'm waiting on a Frozone movie. I don't know about y'all, but Frozone is well overdue for his own movie. Like, come on, guys, give us a Frozone movie. Like after Incredibles 3, cool, you know, and you know, but give us a Frozone movie. That'd be fire. Like, we need to see that, or just give us like a prequel. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get into, you know how I do. I'll give what I think movies should be like, or my little script that I pitch. But we'll get to that. Let's ping that right now. But Incredibles 3 is going to be about Jack, and I forgot the other two. Jack's the one I remember all of them. And his sister and brother, they are going to kind of like fight crime, whatever, on their own terms. And it's like their coming of age story, like them trying to be their own heroes or whatever. And apparently they get themselves in some mischief, and you know, whatever. And they're just saying, hey, like, we can handle this hero business, you know what I mean? We watch you, mom and dad, now we can handle it. And I'll be honest with you, since the first movies, those kids really been carrying their own weight. Like, they ain't just been helpless. Like, they've been getting busy. Like Jack, I wish they aged the kids up a little bit, because I don't want to see Jack as a baby in the third movie. Like, he been a baby in all three movies. Like, at that point, it's like, it's all of these events happening within months of each other. Because if you think about it, like, the average baby within 3 to 6 months is going to be walking, going to be forming words, and then within a year, this child is literally a toddler at this point. So, I mean, if he's still crawling, then is he all these events taking place like weeks after each other? Like, see what I'm saying? Like, the continuity just not there. So you really can't explain to us Jack is still crawling 3 films later. I know it's not going off our timeline, but just even in their timeline, like, they this even if you go over a summer, a child have a growth spurt. Over the summer, Jack is literally walking now. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he's at least like within like the terrible 3s, or maybe a 5-year-old or 6-year-old. He's actually talking now. Like, that'd be cool. Because Jack to me have the coolest power sets out of all of them. So it'd really be cool to see him not be a baby, be like a young little hot-headed toddler. That'd be pretty cool, you know. Because then that's something I can relate to. All 3 of my kids, I can relate to that. Like, looking at Incredibles, which is why I love the film more now as a grown-up now than I did as a younger teen when I first seen it. Like, I'll show you something. Hold tight. I'll show you something. So this right here is me and my family. We got done at my wife's job some years ago. And look what we called it. That's my youngest boy. That's my little girl. That's my middle boy. That's Kendrick. That's Tania. That's Cash. That's my wife, and that's me. You see? Incredibles. So that's what I'm saying. I relate to it more now than I did as a young adult when I first started watching the movies. And seeing it now is it's just one of those movies, special animations, you know, it's a classic, or it's like a masterpiece in a sense where you can relate to it in different phases of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a young adult, I really couldn't relate to like the family dynamic like that, but I could relate to, you know, the kids wanting to prove themselves, or, you know, you just, or the first villain, like, he just really wanted to show like, hey, I could be a hero too. You know what I'm saying? So you will see a lot of yourself, a personality in different people in these characters. Like, and you can really relate to a lot of them. So now that I have a family dynamic, The Incredibles really hits hard. You know, like, the mom really being the backbone of the family for the most part. The father, you know, do the heavy lifting, but the mom really running the show. So, you know, you can relate to that. Or just your kids being like them kids and getting themselves into trouble and just really want to carve their own lane. It's really want to be their own people. So it hits hard now, more now. So, and that's something that a family, that when you go see these movies, the incredible films, you go as a family and everybody can see themselves in those characters, which is like, that's great writing. You know what I mean? That's great writing. Like, even if you're like, hey, I'm doing this because my kid want to see it, but even when you're there, and most of the times, if you're taking your child to see this movie now, then you're probably at the age where you was a teen when it first came out, so you grew up on it as well. You know, unless you're a grandparent, you don't know what the hell going on. You know, but yeah. So Incredibles 3 is gonna be pretty fire. But like I said, I want to see Ozone. I want to see Ozone movie. And then obviously, you know, the obvious Doomsday trailer. Doomsday is gonna be pretty fire. You know, you really now got the cast of the X-Men, which I do like the cast of X-Men. I really like the casting. I don't know, I'm not gonna sit here and name everybody because I don't know everybody by name, but I will say I can see where they're going. And I was just talking to one of my boys, and I wish I would have recorded this. I talked to my boys, Mark. Shout out to Mark Robinson. We was talking about the continuity and how they're going to bring in the X-Men, and they're making them younger now, and they're going with it. And I was just telling him, say, yeah, they brought a younger Jean Grey. They're going to bring in a younger X-Men. This is going to be MCU's own version of X-Men. This will be their first attempt of building X-Men ground up. So they're going to start them young, so they can create, you know, trajectory as far as these kids or these young adults can be making many movies to come, you know, and that's smart, you know. No offense to, or no shot at like RDJ, but when he was Iron Man, he was in his 40s. But even in Iron Man, in the comics, he was in his 40s. You know what I'm saying? So, but as much as we love Iron Man and we love RDJ playing Iron Man, he's getting up in age and now he's doomed. I mean, it's not going to be so many of these films you can see from him to where he's able to give you his all. You know what I'm saying? And it's just what happens with time. So when they go younger, it's a great marketing move because now the fans can grow, or the fans can grow with these young adults as they come of age. So by the time they're, you know, in their mid-30s or late 30s, they would have already created legacies, almost like the original X-Men. A lot of them at the time was in their early 40s, if not 30s, but they was able to get a lot of good movies in between that window. So that's good for them to start young, and I figured they would. I mean, obviously you can still have the original X-Men in Doomsday as well. I don't know if the younger X-Men is going to be a part of Doomsday. Personally, I think they should, because the whole storyline of Doomsday is based off Battle World, where you have all of the heroes. And I know they're probably going to have different variants of different characters, so you know, with the TDA being a part of things, like that'd be pretty cool. You may not see all the younger X-Men, but obviously you're gonna get like a hint towards them, maybe somewhere in the end of the movie, maybe in credits, maybe in Secret Wars, or maybe afterwards, but that'd be cool. So the Storm, I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't gonna hold you. Respectfully, I gave two craps about who they pick or who they cast as who. Jean Grey, Xavier, and Storm was the only three I cared about. A young Wolverine, but obviously they haven't shown a young Wolverine because, you know, you still got Hugh Jackman out here, and he said he was still signed on to be Wolverine. So, cool. And I think you need to take your time with picking a young Wolverine too. Like, you don't want to just throw them out there because here's like some characters you can get away with no shot at the actors, but I say unknown actors because a lot of us don't know a lot of stage plays and all these other type of forms of entertainment or forms of theater. So a lot of these actors are now largely known. I don't think you can put a person like that in Wolverine's shoes. You can cause chaos. You have to have a well-known name, somebody with some great acting chops to kind of pull off Wolverine. Some of us are still on the fence about T'Challa, the pick of T'Challa. Some of us are still like, I don't know. You watch though, but I don't know, you know. So, but with that being said, even when they picked Mr. Sinister, which is old boy that played I forgot his name, but he played Kylo Ren off of Star Wars, so I think I'm saying that right. But I think he's a phenomenal actor. So him playing Mr. Sinister, I really can see him playing like a lot of dark roles, a lot of sinister roles, because he just have that dark, ominous look about him. So yeah, I could see him. I could see him doing it. As long as you don't be whining like a baby, crying and whining like he did as, you know, in Star Wars, because he did a lot of whining and crying, a lot of spoiled brat going on there. So, but yeah, that's a great pick as well. But Storm, the pick for Storm. I don't know the young actresses. young actress. I know I've heard she did a lot of stage plays, but she's beautiful. She fits the role, and it's not just beauty, right? We don't want somebody to pick somebody just because they're beautiful, they're easy on the eyes, but you could just tell she has that aura that she can really pull it off. Now, and this is a young Storm, people. So a young Storm is not going to be the very highly confident, you know, really like I am comfortable in my own skin Storm. You know what I mean? The Storm we grew up on was in her at least 30s, mid 30s, if not 40s. So, you know, you could even tell, like, you know, so that Storm was already seasoned, you feel me? So this is gonna be a younger Storm, this is gonna be a young X-Men, so it's gonna be a lot of trial and error with them throughout their storyline, throughout their evolution of being the characters. So there's gonna be a lot of, like, you know, origin stories, if you will, on how they came to be. And it might give you the origins of how they all came to be. Because they are younger, so you have the time to kind of like really slow roll it out and tell your version of how the X-Men formed. So I'm all with that. So that's Doom. That's Doomsday. And then of course they announced a few more films. You got the Vision Quest. Vision Quest is gonna be cool. And I love what they're doing with the WandaVision, you know, whole universe. Like, it's really a lot of fourth wall breaking, and it's just that type of writing. It's like high tier, great writing. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even with Ultron, you got the actor who voiced Ultron in there as the physical manifestation of Ultron. You even got, I even saw a picture where it shows all of Tony Stark's helpers in his lab, like his little AI helpers or his little robots. They all are like a human representative of those bots, right, of his creation, which is in Vision's mind. He sees them as people along with himself, so they are like people. You know, it's like they're not objects, they're people. I forgot what Disney cartoon that did that. Was it Brave Little Toaster? Wasn't it? No, I can't remember what it was. One of them Disney movies where there was objects and then they ended up being people. I don't know, I can't remember. I digress. You know what I'm saying. But so that's cool. So especially with Ultron, you see Ultron as an elderly man. You know, it even got him looking like an elderly man, and he's literally like, they're all in his mind. And to me, this kind of comes off to me. I don't know what the whole synopsis of the series is going to be, but to me, it's all within his head. This is all adventures that's taking place inside of his mind. So he's kind of outward projecting these other AI creations as people inside of his head. And I'm willing to bet, like at the end of the series, it'll be a situation where he was just all imagining it, you know. But it's pretty cool. So I'm excited to see that. I still think Loki's probably one of the GOAT. It's probably the GOAT Disney Marvel series ever. You know what I'm saying? Captain America, Falcon Winter Soldier was right there too, but Loki was just, man, like, what a way to redeem a character and make him a lovable character, even more of a lovable character. So yeah, so you do have that Vision Quest. What else they have, I'm not sure. I haven't seen much other than the clips. Oh, they got a Coco 2. I seen the Coco one of my kids, and Coco is a good storyline. It's a good story. Like, it's a really good, and I love what Disney doing with culture, where you're kind of branching out and showing different cultures. You know, you got you know, the Hispanic culture, you got the African culture, you got all these different cultures. So I really love, you know, how they're doing that. Now, well, you do got like Samoan and you know, and out there with Hawaii, when you got Moana and whatnot. And I'm saying African culture because now I'm thinking, hell, do we have one? I don't know. I don't know if there's any African, you know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying, right? Right? Like, for example, the Disney princesses, right? The only black one I know is Tiana. She kissed a damn frog. Her husband is a frog. Amphibian. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you help me in the comments. I don't. Man, Disney, y'all gotta tighten up. Tighten up. So, but yeah, with that being said, that's all I have for the D3 and what I'm excited for. I'm gonna do another video to kind of talk about the movies individually and how, if I was to write a script, just fun banter, and how I would see the movie going. So with that being said, that's gonna be another video. I'll probably, if I have the time, if my kids or my dog or my wife don't run up in here, I'll probably just record it right after this. So if you see the same gear, it's because I'm recording them back to back. You feel me? So with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe for Blerd Talk for more content to come. If you like anything with anime, anything with comic books, anything with animation, nerd culture, pop culture, music, comedy, you're in the right place. Hit the like and subscribe button.